Hello everyone, welcome back, JavaMentor.net here. In today's video, let's learn about Lombok. Lombok is removing boilerplate code from our project, and also it can decrease number of bugs that we can produce. So if we are looking at our book class here, you can see that book consists of some fields, and there are plenty of code here which is very dumb. Only getters and setters, and all of them are very same, right? Is there any way to put some annotation on the class book, let's say include getters and setters, and that we can get rid of this code? Well, Lombok can help us exactly with that. Now let's first configure Lombok, and then I'll show you a few things that Lombok can do. First of all, you need to go to your build Gradle file and introduce this line. So this is the Lombok plugin. After that, you go to the terminal and you run Gradle build, which means that you want your Gradle to download new dependencies and new plugins with Lombok included, and then with new dependencies and new plugin to give you new jar for your application. Okay, our build is successful. Now we can use Lombok in our project. So instead of having those getters and setters, let's delete those. And I will just put two annotation here, at getter, this is from Lombok, and at setter, this is also from Lombok package, right? And now if you try, let's say here inside book service, to create a new object of book equals new book, you can say book.set, but there is nothing here. You cannot use setter still because our IntelliJ is not configured for Lombok. We need to do that. We go to File, Settings, Plugins, and then we want to install this Lombok plugin. Hit install, installed. You can click OK. And now you can try to restart your IntelliJ. File, invalidate caches, invalidate and restart. Okay, now when you restarted your IntelliJ, now you can say book.set, and you can use getters and setters in the same fashion like you wrote the method, but you didn't. You just put those annotations. So what's happening here actually? Well, what's happening is that when Gradle is building project for you, this Lombok is generating code for you. Can you see what is generated? Of course, you can go here, refactor, Lombok, the Lombok, and then you can choose either annotation, or you can say the Lombok, all Lombok annotations. And this is the code that is pure code without without Lombok annotations. As you can see, just getters and setters. So you can click Ctrl Z to undo. So basically that's your code, but with those sugar annotations from Lombok, you don't see that big code. So it's not only getters and setters. You can generate another things. For example, you can generate toString method. Add toString. Of course, you maybe don't want all fields to be included into toString method, so you can do something like this. You can exclude some fields from the toString method, and so on and so on. What you can also do, you see here you have constructor. So you can delete this constructor and you can say all args constructor, which means that you want to generate constructor that will have all arguments, all dependencies. in our case, we only have one dependency. So if we try to click refactor the Lombok, all Lombok annotations, you can see that that constructor with one argument is created. If we have two dependencies, let's say car tax calculator is a dependency. So now all args constructor, you will have constructor with two arguments, right? Refactor, the Lombok, all annotations, and you see constructor with two arguments. On the other hand, you can generate constructor only for those dependencies that are required, which means only for for fields that are marked as final. So required args constructor, you can say refactor the Lombok, and we should see a constructor which only has car tax calculator as an argument. So in order to include our book repository, we need to put final here. And so on and so on. What you can also do is you can override equals and hash code using annotations, using Lombok annotations. So if you try refactor the Lombok, all Lombok annotations, you will see that both equals and hash code are generated. Now, good thing about this is that if you add a new field, let's take a look at hash code. So it includes ISBN, it includes number of pages, year of publishing, and so on and so on. So all fields that are present now, right? But if we add another field, let's say, I don't know, field, it will automatically be included in equals and hash code. So if you go refactor the Lombok now, you will see that this field is also included, right? You see field, and here you can see field.hashcode and so on and so on. So, and if you try to generate your hash code or your equals method using either manually, if you write those things, when you add your new field, you will need to manually change your hash code and equals. Also, it's possible that alt insert, you can generate your equals and hash code using IntelliJ, and that's fine, but that will also generate you code, right? And when you include a new field here, you need to either manually change code or to delete this code and then to click again, alt insert, equals and hash code, which is not a big deal. I mean, it's very easy to do, but you can forget to do that. So that's a room for bug, the place where you can introduce your bug. And the interesting thing is, if you are doing equals and hash code annotation by Lombok, that annotation won't forget to regenerate the code. So if you only need to include your field here, and it will be included on all places where it's required. There are also some another annotations by Lombok, most notably value annotation, which is basically just value is just combination of few annotations that we just saw. Value, it will generate you equals and hash codes, getters. It will actually not generate setters. You will see in the next video when we talk about immutability why not setters. But you can at any time try to do the Lombok and see what is generated. So all args constructor, getters, and equal and hash code there, and of course the string. There are no setters because this value is intended to be immutable class. So when you annotate your class with value, it should be immutable. In the next video, let's learn about immutability, and I think this is enough for Lombok. For more ideas how to use Lombok, what it can do, you can go to Project Lombok website and you can find plenty of examples how you can use Lombok, what to, to what things to pay attention, how to not screw up things, because Lombok is generating code for you. That code can contain bugs, so be careful. But um, I think things are pretty straightforward. Lombok is helping us to get rid of a lot of boilerplate code. And yeah, that's everything about Lombok. In the next tutorial, let's learn about multithreading. We will have one introductory video to multithreading, and after that we will learn about immutability that we talked about in this video. See you in the next video.